Head removal is relatively straightforward as for any other MX VCO type pump. In this case, the current pumps have hex bolts, but they will be replaced by the now standard bolt fittings. So you'll need a torque wrench to refit the pumps at 2.0 Newton meter torque setting. You can access this potentially from CWC if you don't have one. They'll also have the appropriate pump head fittings or give you advice on that. Next stage I'll be doing is disconnecting the discharge lines, leaving this in place initially. This will be water, so it should be safe. Disconnect that, remove pump head, remove suction lines which are still yet also containing water only. Remove the pump heads and replace them with new pump heads. Fit the new pump heads and then refit the tubing on the suction side. We then replace the PVDF tubing. I recommend that you don't cut that initially. Disconnect it from the half-inch fittings in the bottom of the flow monitors and disconnect the 3/8 fitting on the top of the valve. Remove the tubing connectors where you can and then slide the tubing out and measure each length to the same length of the PVDF tube to make it a lot easier to refit it. Otherwise you can fit the tubing and then trim up the top, but because PVDF tubing is quite rigid, it's simpler in my experience to measure and get the exact length of each of the new tubing and replace like for like. We then will remove the cephals by simply removing them from the fittings here, which unscrew. Above the cephals, you'll notice screwed into the base of the PVC vessel are two check valves, which are also need to be replaced. These are also supplied in the kit. Okay, so that's the next stage we'll go through. So that's the inlet side from the pumps. We'll replace the flow sensors and the check valves going into the reaction tank.